हेलो डियर स्टूडेंट्स। मॉड्यूल 3 पार्ट बी में हम लोग एंटर कर रहे हैं। मॉड्यूल 3 पार्ट ए में जो हम लोगों ने डिस्कस किया था वो डिस्कस किया था कि ग्रिग्नार्ड रिएजेंट का कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड से कैसे रिएक्शन होता है। उसी में हमने एक ऐसा रिएक्शन भी स्टडी किया था जिसमें कि दो फंक्शनैलिटीज जो अवेलेबल थी जहाँ पर कि ग्रिग्नार्ड रिएजेंट को रिएक्शन करना था। उसके बाद हम लोगों ने कॉन्जुगेट एडिशन को देखा कि कैसे ग्रिग्नार्ड रिएजेंट अल्फा बीटा अनसैचुरेटेड कार्बोनिल कंपाउंड्स में कॉन्जुगेट एडिशन को परफॉर्म करता है और उसके लिए क्या क्या नेसेसरी रिक्वायरमेंट है, ये हमने इससे पहले लेक्चर में देखा था। उसमें हमने देखा था कि अगर 1,4 एडिशन होगा तो 6 मेंबर ट्रांजिशन स्टेट प्रिफर्ड रहेगी, 1,2 एडिशन होगा तो 4 मेंबर ट्रांजिशन स्टेट प्रिफर्ड रहेगी, and those electronic effects or those factors which stabilizes the particular transition state will lead the corresponding product. Means electronic effect that stabilizes one 6 member transition state will prefer 1,4 product. Similarly, electronic effects or other effects which stabilizes the 1,4 transition state will prefer 1,2 addition product. उसी के कंटिन्यूएशन में हम आज जो देख रहे हैं कुछ एग्जाम्पल देखेंगे कि कॉन्जुगेट एडिशन कब कब पॉसिबल हो सकता है। एक जो ये सबस्ट्रेट आपको गिवन है, ये सबस्ट्रेट है अल्फा बीटा अनसैचुरेटेड कार्बोनिल कंपाउंड है, अल्फा बीटा अनसैचुरेटेड कार्बोनिल कंपाउंड। इस अल्फा बीटा अनसैचुरेटेड कार्बोनिल कंपाउंड पर जो आर ग्रुप हमने लिया था वो यहाँ पर हमने एक एल्कोक्सी ग्रुप ले लिया है और ये स्टेरिकली हिंडर्ड आपको दिख रहा है कि काफी स्टेरिकली हिंडर्ड ग्रुप हमने लिया हुआ है। यहाँ पर जो ग्रिग्नार्ड रिएजेंट दिया हुआ है दैट इज PHMgBr, देखिए फेनिल मैग्नीशियम ब्रोमाइड। सिंस जैसा डिस्कशन किया था, इफ this R group which is attached on this carbonyl carbon is sterically crowded, highly sterically crowded, then 1,4 product will be preferred. No doubt in this case 1,4 product will be the major product or exclusive product. इसके बावजूद एक जो पॉइंट इसमें सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट है वो पॉइंट ये है कि व्हेन यू हैव फेनिल ग्रुप present in Grignard reagent like phenyl magnesium bromide, जब ये फेनिल में अल्काइल मैग्नीशियम ब्रोमाइड की जगह हमने यहाँ पर एराइल मैग्नीशियम ब्रोमाइड ले लिया, फेनिल ग्रुप ले लिया, तो दिस फेनिल ग्रुप ऑलवेज प्रिफर्ड टू गिव कॉन्जुगेट एडिशन प्रोडक्ट। ओके, इसकी मैकेनिज्म देखते हैं। बिकॉज दिस फेनिल ग्रुप ऑलवेज स्टेबलाइजेस द 6 मेंबर ट्रांजिशन स्टेट। अब वो स्टेबिलिटी कैसे होगी वो हम देखते हैं। इसका सबसे पहले ट्रांजिशन स्टेट को बना लेते हैं। सिक्स मेंबर ट्रांजिशन स्टेट में या 6 मेंबर आपने कॉन्फॉर्मेशनल केमिस्ट्री में पढ़ा था कि इफ यू हैव 6 मेंबर साइक्लिक कंपाउंड से साइक्लोहेक्सेन, then the chair form of cyclohexane is usually stable conformational form. Therefore, we draw always chair form for 6 member transition state. In this 6 member transition state, this is double bond, and here we have this methyl group. This is H. We have one methyl group and other hydrogen. Okay. Then this is we have oxygen. Here we have magnesium bromide. This carbon basically we have phenyl. Like this. Okay. And this is double bond. Here we have O. Then we have large group associated over here like this. Then we have here amine. So this is the substrate, the position of substrate. So we have written these two reagents. This is Grignard reagent. This is alpha beta unsaturated carbonyl compound. We have written this in such a way that we can draw a six-member transition state over here. So how it happened? This carbon is electronegative. Okay, because we know that in RFGX, if we have RFGX, this is delta positive, this is delta negative, sorry, delta negative. This is carbon character, and as I told, if in conjugate addition reaction of Grignard reagent, if you have a Grignard reagent which have phenyl group like phenyl magnesium bromide or other aryl magnesium bromide, that phenyl group stabilizes the six-member transition state. How it stabilizes? This carbon is electropositive in nature. Okay, this carbon has electronegativity because it attached to a metal, that is magnesium. Apart from this, this carbon is sp2 hybrid carbon, and we know that sp2 hybrid carbon is more electronegative than sp3 hybrid carbon, which is in normal alkyl magnesium bromide like CH3 or other alkyl magnesium bromide, where the carbon which is associated with magnesium is sp3. So this more electronegative carbon will stabilize this electropositive center, and thus it stabilizes the six-membered transition state. Okay, so how it will form like this? So in transition state, as you know, some old bonds usually dissociate, and some new bonds are formed in transition state. So this will be, oh, that must be molecule. This will be the transition state of this transformation. And after hydrolysis, what we will get? So after this transition state, you will get this product. Okay, and once you hydrolyze this, once we will hydrolyze this product, so hydrolysis will take place over here at this carbon. H of water will attach with this oxygen and OH is with this magnesium. So after hydrolysis, we will get this alcohol. To manage the space of board, I have just convert this enolate ion into directly into alcohol. You can write separately. So on ketoenol tautomerism, this will get tautomerized. So this will be the final product of this reaction. Okay, we have phenyl, H, amine, and rest of the molecule over here. क्लियर हो गया? इस एग्जांपल में हमने कॉन्जुगेट एडिशन के लिए रिक्वायर्ड कंडीशन देखा था. If this R is highly Boeckhian and if we have alpha beta unsaturated carbon system, then Grignard reagent will prefer to approach on this carbon to give you 1,4 product. In 1,4 product, six-member transition state is formed, and if you have phenyl group on Grignard reagent, then this phenyl group will stabilizes this transition state because this carbon being more electronegative than alkyl carbon, it will give more bonding nature at this bond. Therefore, if the bonding character is larger, then the stability of the system will be higher. After this transition state, we will get corresponding enolate, and on hydrolysis of that enolate, we'll have the formation of this product, which on tautomerization will give you this product. Okay? Conjugate addition के ही another example में हम लोग इस एग्जाम्पल को देख रहे हैं। ये जो एग्जाम्पल है, इस एग्जाम्पल में अल्फा बीटा अनसैचुरेटेड कीटोन, ये अल्फा बीटा अनसैचुरेटेड कीटोन है। इस कीटोन की रिएक्शन हमने इस ग्रिग्नार्ड रिएजेंट के साथ कराया in presence of copper bromide in THF at very low temperature, that is minus 78 degrees Celsius to minus 50 degrees Celsius. It is under a cryogenic condition you can call. ये जो रिएक्शन है, ये रिएक्शन जर्नल ऑफ अमेरिकन केमिकल सोसाइटी JACS 2011 में रिपोर्टेड है। इस रिएक्शन में यदि आप देख सकते हैं कि यहाँ पर जो ग्रिग्नार्ड रिएजेंट है, ये बहुत ज्यादा, क्योंकि ग्रिग्नार्ड रिएजेंट का जो मेन सेंटर है जिससे जो रिएक्शन में इन्वॉल्व होने वाला है, वो ये कार्बन है, पर ये कार्बन बहुत ज्यादा स्टेरिकली हिंडर्ड नहीं है। सिमिलरली कार्बोनिल कार्बन का भी ये जो कार्बन है, ये बहुत ज्यादा स्टेरिकली हिंडर्ड नहीं है। Although this is cyclic compound, this cyclic compound is not very flexible or not as much as flexible as we can see in case of acyclic molecule. Still, this carbon is not very sterically hindered carbon. Therefore, under normal condition, if I would like to react this molecule simply with this Grignard reagent, then we must get 1,2 addition product. However, in presence of copper 1 salt, this is copper bromide, where copper is in plus 1 oxidation state, it is known as copper 1 salt. Whenever we use Grignard reagent with copper 1 salt, and if we have alpha beta unsaturated carbonyl compound, in that particular reaction condition, 1,4 addition product is exclusively formed. Now question is, why it happens? How this copper bromide or copper 1 salt changes the course of reaction from 1,2 addition to 1,4 addition? It is mentioned in this report, the presence of copper 1 salt stabilizes this or facilitate the formation of 6-member transit state number 1, and at the same time this copper bromide, while interacting with this Grignard reagent, it forms dialkyl magnesium cuprate. Means I'll write over here, suppose RMgX, if you react it with copper 1 salt, then we'll have dialkyl copper magnesium. Okay, dialkyl copper magnesium. This dialkyl magnesium cuprate is highly reactive. It's extremely reactive. Okay, so the moment it will form, it will try to react with more reactive center. Okay, so Grignard reagent first interact with this copper 1 salt, and it will form a dialkyl magnesium cuprate, a highly reactive species, or usually it is written as dialkyl cuprate kind of thing. There are two factors which are partly responsible for the conjugate addition at this molecule. Number one, the high reactivity of dialkyl magnesium cuprate, which is formed in situ. Second, copper has very high affinity towards oxygen, so it can easily coordinate with the oxygen of carbonyl and facilitate the formation of 6-member transition state. Clear? Now, because after formation of this R2CU Mg kind of species, these two alkyl groups will be joined at this copper. Therefore, this dialkyl magnesium cuprate will become highly sterically crowded, and for this reagent, this sterically hindered reagent, it is quite impossible to approach on this electrophilic carbon. इसका साइज इतना बड़ा हो जाएगा कि इस कार्बन इस पूरे रिएजेंट के लिए, इस अल्काइल पार्ट के रिएजेंट के लिए इस कार्बन पर अप्रोच करना, यानी कि 4-member ट्रांजिशन स्टेट पर बनाना पॉसिबल नहीं होगा। अब 4-member ट्रांजिशन स्टेट नहीं बनेगा तो 1,2 एडिशन नहीं होगा। However, it can approach easily on this carbon and copper can coordinate at this end to give you a 6-member transition state. Therefore, 1,4 product will be formed. इसी बेसिक को ध्यान में रखकर अब हम सीधे इसकी रिएक्शन कराते हैं। तो जो प्रोडक्ट बनेगा, मैं प्रोडक्ट आपको सीधे यहाँ पर लिख रहा हूँ। दिस इज O Cu Mg, दिस इज R मीन्स इसका एक ग्रुप यहाँ जुड़ेगा, इसको मैं R कर लेता हूँ। ओके, सिमिलरली here we have O PDDMS, ये प्रोटेक्टिंग ग्रुप है ऑक्सीजन के लिए, अल्कोहल के लिए। दिस इज Me and this will like this कितने कार्बन है? 1 2 थर्ड कार्बन, 1 2 थर्ड कार्बन पर जुड़ा हुआ है ऑक्सीजन। 1 2 3 ऑक्सीजन, 1 2 3 4 5 6 6 3 4 5 6। ये हमारे पास इनिशियल प्रोडक्ट हुआ और डबल बॉन्ड यहाँ पर माइग्रेट करेगा, क्योंकि कॉन्जुगेट एडिशन है। ये जो R ग्रुप है, ये R ग्रुप यही है, अब वहाँ स्पेस नहीं है, therefore I have written simply R. So on hydrolysis, when we hydrolyze it, then we'll get this OH here, this is O PDBMS, here Me, this is simply one option here, another option here. So after tautomerization, so we'll get the final product in which you can easily observe the 1,4 addition. I mean O PDBMS. This will be final product. अब जो हम रिएक्शन डिस्कस करने जा रहे हैं वो रिएक्शन है रिएक्शन ऑफ ग्रिग्नार्ड रिएजेंट विद इपॉक्साइड। एग्जांपल से देखते हैं। सपोज ये इपॉक्साइड है, इसकी रिएक्शन हम R-MgX से करा रहे हैं। Epoxide, when reacts with Grignard reagent, it leads the ring opening reaction. Okay, रिंग ओपन हो जाएगा, 3-membered रिंग ओपन होगा और रिंग ओपन होने के बाद सब्सिक्वेंट आप हाइड्रोलाइज करोगे, जो इंटरमीडिएट स्पेसीज आपको मिलता है, जो सॉल्ट आपको मिलता है, उसके हाइड्रोलिसिस से आपको करस्पॉन्डिंग अल्कोहल मिलेंगे। यानी कि reaction of Grignard reagent with epoxide leads the formation of corresponding alcohols. अब सबसे पहले हम किस epoxide को ले रहे हैं? Epoxide symmetrical है। Symmetrical means both the carbon atom of epoxide ring are equally substituted. You can divide it into two equal halves. Therefore, it is called symmetric. सिमेट्रिकल इपॉक्साइड के साथ जब आप ग्रिग्नार्ड रिएजेंट की रिएक्शन कराते हैं, इन दैट केस ग्रिग्नार्ड रिएजेंट के पास, सिंस इन दिस इपॉक्साइड we have two electrophilic centers. This is electronegative, therefore these two carbon are joined with this oxygen. That's why you have two electrophilic center. Okay, it means Grignard reagent has two opportunities. It can react at this carbon as well as it can react at this carbon. If the system is or substrate is symmetrical around epoxide ring, then only means both the carbons are equivalent, therefore you will get one product. Okay, there is no any kind of radioselectivity or stereoselectivity, radioselectivity kind of thing. So simply this Grignard reagent will attack any of these two carbon and forms, this is O, Mg, X, this is, and this is R dash. Remember, approach of this alkyl part of Grignard reagent will be always from opposite to this oxygen, because if this is a plane of molecule and oxygen is lying over here, so this plane is almost occupied. Therefore, for Grignard reagent, only this plane is free. So Grignard reagent can approach on this carbon or on this carbon via this plane only. And if you see the relation between this incoming nucleophile and this oxygen, they both are anti to each other. Okay. Therefore, you will get this intermediate salt, which on hydrolysis H3O positive, you will get OH and this R dash. So both this and this group are anti to each other. Okay, they will be trans to each other. However, if we have this molecule, this kind of thing, okay, when we react with Grignard reagent with an unsymmetrical epoxide, अब यहां पर रेडियोसेलेक्टिविटी का इश्यू आएगा. We have two electropositive carbon, okay, but both are non-equivalent. Here you have one methyl group substituted at this carbon. So, and this carbon is sterically less hindered. Grignard reagent will always prefer to approach on sterically less hindered electrophilic carbon, as we have seen in the previous examples of 1,2 addition, 1,4 addition, and whatever nucleophilic addition we have studied so far. Grignard reagent will prefer to approach on less sterically hindered electrophilic carbon on substrate, and among these two carbon, between these two carbon, this carbon is sterically less hindered. Therefore, it will prefer to approach at this position and will give you this product. Say this, this. Here we have O, Mg, X. Here we have R dash. Okay, and on subsequent hydrolysis H3O positive, we'll get this OH, this R dash. Clear? Now, if you have understood these two situations, now let us discuss another problem where you will get mix up of these two situations or presence of these two situations, and you have to decide what type of product will form. Look at this example. We have this bauxite and we have to react this bauxite with methyl magnesium bromide, and on hydrolysis we have to predict the product. In this case, like we have studied in a previous example, Although this epoxide is not symmetrical, okay, and both the carbon of epoxide ring are substituted, and the degree of substitution is almost similar. If you have degree of substitution is almost similar, then this Grignard reagent has equal opportunities. It can react almost equal opportunities, you can say, because they both are non-identical. So it can approach at this end also, it can approach at this end also. Okay? So we will get two products. One product when this methyl group will approach at here, another product when it will approach at this carbon. Here. So let's write its mechanism. First, we will say it will approach at this carbon. Let's say this is path A. When this methyl will approach at this carbon, so this ring will open like this. So what we have this two, here we have O, Mg, Br, then this, and this, and here we have M. Okay. Now, when this methyl magnesium bromide, I will write this methyl magnesium bromide over here, and when it will approach at this carbon, say by path B, so what you will get? This is from path A. So path B, what we'll get? We'll get here we have Me, and here we have O, Mg, Br. This is from path B. So two product form, and these two product you will get as a mixture of product in this reaction. After hydrolysis of this, you will get 1, 2, here we have OH, this, and after hydrolysis of this, we will get Me, OH, this product. Remember, both Me and OH will be anti to each other or trans to each other. Therefore, for better understanding, we can write it like this. Similarly, if it is peroxide, so it will write, you can write like this. So both methyl and hydroxy group will be anti to each other. Okay. So this kind of product, mixture of product, you can get here. We have three OH at 3 position. Here we have OH at 4 position. 3 methyl 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 heptanol. This is 4 methyl 3 heptanol. So this kind of mixture of product you can find when you have an epoxide which has both the epoxide carbon are substituted, but the degree of substitution or extent of substitution is almost similar. In that case, a mixture of product will form. In that particular example, in this kind of example, role of methyl magnesium, role of Grignard reagent becomes crucial to decide the selectivity in product formation. Clear? अगला एग्जांपल देखते हैं रिएक्शन ऑफ इपॉक्साइड विद ग्रिग्नार्ड रिएजेंट. पिछले एग्जांपल में हमने देखा था कि व्हेन वी हैव कंपैरेटिव reactive centers, reactive carbons for Grignard reagent, then the mixture of product will form. This kind of problem can be overcome by using again copper 1 salt, as we have seen in previous example, a previous example of conjugate addition. Okay, so this copper 1 salt not only makes this Grignard reagent more reactive, it will also enhance the regioselectivity of the reaction. It will help to direct this Grignard reagent to a particular carbon of substrate. As we can see in this example, we have two electrophilic center. One electrophilic center is this, one electrophilic center is this. Grignard reagent is not very sterically hindered. Similarly, so if you react this Grignard reagent simply with this epoxide, it is possible to get a mixture of product. It won't be 50-50%, but to some extent you will get a mixture of product over here. It may be 20-80, it may be 15-85. But when we use this copper 1 salt will make this Grignard reagent more bulkier, and again this copper has a better affinity to coordinate with this oxygen. So bulkier reagent, better coordinating agent that will facilitate the ring opening at less hindered center, because sterically crowded region will prefer to approach at sterically less hindered center. Therefore, it will therefore more radioselectivity you will get in this reaction. This example is reported in Organic Letter 2011 by D. Reddy and co-workers. So, if we have to write the mechanism of this molecule, say for example, if I consider this MgBr as RMgBr, means I have taken this alkyl part as R, so it will become RMgBr. Now, once this RMgBr will react with copper iodide, copper 1 salt, you will get R2 MgCu dialkyl magnesium cuprate plus MgIBr. You get this as a byproduct. Okay, we'll take it as two equivalent. So this R2 MgCu is basically this dialkyl magnesium cuprate. Now this reagent, this is positive, this is negative, positive, negative. So this part is sterically hindered. So it won't prefer to approach at this sterically crowded sector, and therefore it will preferably approach on this center to give you the final product. So how we can write it? CUI with PHA. So this is here and O. So when we react this magnesium bromide in presence of copper 1 salt with this reagent, we'll get this as intermediate. On hydrolysis, we'll get H over here. So final product will be this one. And you can see this alkyl part of Grignard reagent approaches on this carbon. Okay, if I write here 1, 2, and this is 1, this is 2. Okay, 2 is joined at 3, which has 2 methyl groups. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. You can see the Grignard reagent approaches on less hindered carbon center. you will get the final product. Clear? In this example, we have a conjugated epoxide which we have to react with isopropyl magnesium bromide. This is Me2CH-MgBr. Me2CH-MgBr is nothing like this. CH3CH3 Me2CH-MgBr. Okay, so it is isopropyl magnesium bromide, and by writing like this, you can easily recognize that it is a sterically hindered Grignard reagent. And once you have sterically hindered Grignard reagent, now you can easily predict what type of addition this Grignard reagent will give on this conjugated conjugated epoxide, as we have done in previous case of reaction of Grignard reagent with conjugate system, where you have learned that if you have sterically hindered Grignard reagent, then what kind of product is formed? That is 1,4 product. So here also conjugated ring opening kind of mechanism is involved, because this sterically hindered system cannot be easily approached at this system, because although it has to approach from bottom face of this epoxide ring, where oxygen and this alkyl group has to align themselves on opposite planes, and this plane is sterically crowded, therefore this group will prefer to approach over here. Now I will write all these things again. This copper, presence of copper, enhances the mode of 1,4 addition. So presence of copper as well as sterically hindered Grignard reagent, you will get exclusively 1,4 ring conjugated ring opening of this epoxide. I will write this MgBr plus CuBr mixture over here. This mixture will generate again dialkyl magnesium cuprate, as we have seen in the previous example. So instead of writing dialkyl magnesium cuprate, I will prefer to write like this, so that it means the same. It is dialkyl magnesium cuprate. Alkyl part prefer to approach on this position because of steric hindrance. It will move like this, and this will move like this. So what we will get? We will get this double bond and this OMgBr, okay, which on hydrolysis we will get OH. And it's Cl. It was Cl, sorry. I forgot to write here. In this particular example, this was Cl. Instead of methyl, you can write it as Cl. So you will get this product as final product. So it is kind of conjugate ring opening of epoxide by Grignard reagent in presence of copper 1 salt. Clear? अब हम epoxide की रिंग ओपनिंग में एक और रिएक्शन देखने जा रहे हैं. ये बहुत ही इंटरेस्टिंग एग्जांपल है और यूनिक एग्जांपल है अपने आप में. यह है रीअरेंजमेंट इन इपॉक्साइड रिंग ओपनिंग. अभी तक की इपॉक्साइड की रिंग ओपनिंग में आपने क्या देखा था कि मैं फिर से एक इपॉक्साइड की रिंग ओपनिंग आपको डेमोंस्ट्रेट कर रहा हूं. जनरली सपोज मेरे पास ये इपॉक्साइड है और उसकी रिएक्शन मुझे मिथाइल मैग्नीशियम आयोडाइड से करानी है. तो इस केस में जो सिंपल रिएक्शन हो रही थी, वो रिएक्शन ये था कि मिथाइल पार्ट ऑफ ग्रिग्नार्ड रिएजेंट किसी एक कार्बन पर अप्रोच कर रहा था, और उसके रिजल्ट से हमको क्या मिल रहा था कि रिंग ओपन होके अल्कोहल मिल रहा था. इस अल्कोहल में जिस कार्बन पर ग्रिग्नार्ड रिएजेंट का अल्काइल पार्ट अप्रोच कर रहा है, उसके नेक्स्ट कार्बन पर OH ग्रुप होना है, जैसा कि अब यहाँ पर ये इपॉक्साइड है. इस इपॉक्साइड के साथ मुझे मिथाइल मैग्नीशियम आयोडाइड की रिएक्शन करानी है. So what I expect, I usually expect the product formation of this kind means methyl group attached at one carbon, other carbon will have OH group. But you can see in this product both methyl group as well as OH group are attached on same carbon. It means this reaction is not a simple ring opening epoxide ring opening reaction, although reaction of epoxide with methyl magnesium bromide is quite uh, clear over here. But during this ring opening process, there is involvement of some sort of rearrangement in between the process of formation of product from reactant. Let us see how this rearrangement is taking place. In module 1, where we were discussing about the formation of Grignard reagent, in that module, we have also discussed the Slank's equilibrium, of in which Grignard reagent usually exists in different forms. It never exists in monomeric forms, where we have this 2R and GX, which is remains in equilibrium with dialkyl magnesium plus MgX2, which is on again remains in equilibrium with R2 Mg2X2. So these three forms of Grignard reagent remains in equilibrium with each other. In this reaction, the role of this Slank's equilibrium of Grignard reagent plays a crucial role for demonstrating the rearrangement or explaining the rearrangement which is happening over here. Let us see how it happens. Based on this Slank's equilibrium, first this substrate reacts with MgX2, methyl magnesium halide, which is formed in equilibrium at position 2, equilibrium form of 2. 1, 2, 3, we have three equilibrium forms. Among these three, form 2 we have MgX2. This MgX2 will interact with this one. So as a result, we will get O MgX with plus sign here. We have H. Now, this H, this bond will shifted over here. This will be open like this. Remaining part of the substrate we have to write like this. Now, shifting of migration of this bond like this, you can see what we'll get. We'll get O Mg X and this okay. On hydrolysis, we'll have this OH like this. Here we have again OH. Here we have ethyl. So this is enol form. This enol form will tautomerize to give you this ketone. Okay. Now, formation of this ketone is the key of formation of this product. You can see if we have ketone over here, if you have Grignard reagent, then this methyl magnesium iodide will react at this carbon, which we have discussed in case of acyl addition. So methyl will add on this carbon, magnesium on this oxygen. This is 1,2 addition, and this is Mg. Oh, Mgi. Replace this X with I because I forget it as X. I have written X2. You can write I2 because we have given MEMGI. So let I uh, correct this. Okay. So what we have? We have this, this, say O MGI. This is ME. This is OH. Which on hydrolysis you will get this product. Okay. We have started over here. As we know from Slane's equilibrium, alkyl magnesium halide exists in three different forms in equilibrium, basically in ethyl solution. One is RMgX, other is R2Mg plus MgX2, other one is R2Mg2X2. These three forms. From these three forms, R2Mg plus MgX2. That MgX2 first interacts with this epoxide to give you this kind of complex formation. Here, shifting of hydrogen, yeah, deprotonation we can say. Deprotonation at this step leads the formation of enolate ion, which give you corresponding enol. Enol after tautomerization give you corresponding ketone. Once we have ketone and we have methyl magnesium iodide, it is simply 1,2 addition, 1,2 acyl addition to give you this alkoxide, and this alkoxide, when you hydrolyze it, you will get corresponding alcohol. So this is a case of rearrangement in ring opening of epoxide. Okay, so we'll end today's lecture with this example. In next lecture, we'll come out with some other interesting examples so that we can get more insight of Grignard reagent. Till then, uh, keep on watching these videos and prepare your notes.